and I lead the Global Survivor Network in Ghana. And I work specifically with survivors of human trafficking. And the purpose of our gathering here today is to enhance the knowledge that has already been imparted into members of the Ghana Survivor Network of the various communities. And so it's an annual gathering that we come to learn, to inspire one another, to encourage one another, to listen to the incredible work that each one of them are doing in their various communities to protect children and to ensure that every child in the community lives without the fear of being trafficked. Starting yesterday, we've been learning about safety and security in the community while the survivors go to do their advocacy work. What do they need to take care of? And so today we are learning about documentation of the work that we are doing in the community. We are still continuing to learn about the different collaboration, partnership that we need to collaborate with in the communities to be able to partner, to protect the children that we want to protect. We are encouraging communities to actually be vigilant, to actually know that child trafficking is a crime. And so any cases of child trafficking should be reported to the relevant authority, and we are encouraging parents to actually not give any of their children out there to be exploited. We are looking at children as future leaders of this country, and so it is important for all of us to join hands and see that children are protected from harm. Okay. So the message that each of the members of the Ghana Survivor Network should live with and take it to their community is that child protection cannot wait. The time is now to end child trafficking. So the network is supposed to grow, and so members of the Ghana Survivor Network are actually encouraging more survivors who are out there to join this movement and lead this movement against human trafficking together. So wherever they are, children who have been trafficked and they are now being reintegrated into the communities are free to join this network and to become members.
I was 7 years old. I live with my dad because my mom divorced my dad, so I'm living with my dad. One day, there was a man who came to ask of me to send me to school because my dad is a farmer. So my dad leave me to the person to take me to a school. The person promised to take me to school, but where the person take me to is not a school place. Take me to a far place. It's a village. The only job is there going for fishing every day. And one day the man take me to the fishing. He said, "Gosin, this is what you are coming to do." As you can see, there is no school. 7 years old boy. And that moment, the man just pushed me out of the boat that I have to learn how to swim. That they have to struggle for myself, struggle for my life to survive. In fact, I feel bad that day because that was the first time I see kind of large lake in my life. I was be thinking, so this is how I'm going to be here, lost my life. In the community, we have a friend. But there was a best friend I have called Jonathan. Jonathan also went to the lake with his bushmaster. His bushmaster asked him to dive into the lake and pull the net out because the net was tangled. He got drunk and died. The third day, the body of Jonathan was found. When I saw the body, I was crying, asking myself because he's my best friend. We play football together. He is my senior, so he teach me how to swim, those things together. And I asked myself, is it how am I going to end my life one day like Jonathan? Yes. That day, it's not easy for me to forget about Jonathan, but by the grace of God, I'm alive. I have to continue going to the lake. I stayed with a man for 10 miserable years without seeing my parents, without hearing from them. And one day we went to the lake. The net was tangled. My boatmaster asked me to dive. As I dove into the lake, I've stamped my chest on a tree. So I have to struggle again. When I'm struggling, I'm asking myself, oh God, is it how I'm going to end my life? Like my best friend, Lord, I don't want to die. I was praying. When I came up at the lake, I saw my blood flowing through the lake. I couldn't believe that I would be alive today. But I have that womb in my leg, in my chest, but the man will still take me to school and beat me every day. We wake up 4 o'clock a.m., go to the lake, come back 6 o'clock p.m. without food. Sometimes the food that we take is gari with groundnut, that's all. We come to the point I said, no, I lost hope because the trauma that I'm passing through without seeing my parents, without hearing from them, and then what I'm passing through, I decided to end my life. So I took a poison called Saracent. The family normally use it. I hide inside the bush when I'm about to take the medicine so that I could end my life, so that everything will end there. There was a lady who found me in the bush, and the lady, that was the first time I'm seeing her. And she said, "Gossip, stop, do not take it. You have a great future. You can survive this." She approached me, she took the medicine away from me. That moment, I feel like no, she's the angel from God to rescue my life that day. But I mobilized all the other friends. We're trying to escape from the community. We couldn't find our way out because I was 7 years old before I got to that place. And the place is far. So you had to continue going to the lake. One day we went to the lake as usual. There was a boat who came to us with a policeman. They asked my name, I mentioned my name. They asked my age and I mentioned my age. They just took me from my boat. After they took me, I was afraid, crying. Asked myself, what did I do to a policeman before they would come and arrest me? Little then did I know that they came to rescue my life. Until there was a man who said, "Gossin, stop crying. You are here to rescue." They take me to a shelter. First, they take me to a hotel. They give me food. They heal my womb. They give me everything. After they take me to shelter, I lived in a shelter for 4 months. And from there, they be looking for my parents and they find them. They asked me, IJM asked me, what do you like to do, Gus? And I say I'm a good at electricals. They roll me to a school immediately. In a school, it's not easy for me because I never been to school before. But there was one of my teacher who helped me to finish my education. After I finished my education, I hear about GSN. GSN is a group of survivors who use our story to educate people to end child trafficking in Ghana. So when I hear about GSN, though my life may not be the same like others, I still believe that God loves me. Yeah, so I have joined GSM to advocate, use my story to educate people in my community, church, schools, and other media, radio station, to use my story to create awareness against child trafficking. And why I can say that I'm an electrician today because of IJM, because they raised me from no place and they put me to this place. When I was in the lake, my master told me I will not be useful in my life. But today, by the grace of God and IJM, make me who I am today. So I want to say to all the parents out there that any man or any woman that coming from your children, please, you have to know them very well. And do not give your children out because of the money. Maybe if you don't have anything to eat, what you eat, your children must go to eat that thing. So that you take care of your children, so that one day when you are grow old, they are the one who supports you. See, my life, here I am today, from nobody to somebody. My best friend Jonathan is gone. Jonathan is gone. His family lost him. But through the IJM, I'm here today to give progress to my family and to the Ghana.
We've been working on issues of trafficking for a very long time, but with the renewed impact of the IGM, I think it's getting better now. Hitherto, we were doing it all alone, and once in a while you have other people to come and support. But with the new trend that IGM is using now, using the survivors to lead the process, I think it's doing very well, and it's getting the information down. First, what happens is that you once in a while hear that the police are doing this. You see us at one place doing education, and it's not sustainable. It's not been sustainable. But I think having GSNs that are the survivors doing it every now and then, you go to the community, you hear one information or the other about child trafficking and issues. So it's people are getting to know that it's a canker, it's criminal, it's something that people must shy away from. So it's something that we are working on now as a department. So basically our challenges are logistical, and for my area, aside the logistics, I think that across the country we have problem with staffing. We have low staffing this thing. But aside that, I think that historically, like I said, when you look at the way the coastal communities are, you realize that fishing is their livelihood. So in their mind, it's their original work they do. So if they don't do it on the sea, they do it on the lake. And so they feel that, okay, so if we can't do it, let's get people to do it there. And then that's how the whole issue comes up. And when you talk about issues of trafficking, people feel that, okay, the children are my children. So if I decide that I want to maybe sell off one to take off the rest, what happens? And then you now have to go on. So illiteracy is playing some role, but we are working at it and making people know that it's criminal. So whether you know, ignorance of the law is no excuse. The law, when it catches on you, it will deal with you. So we are doing that. And with the integrated social services delivery program, I think that is also helping very well. UNICEF is supporting us to also bring all the actors together to talk about all abuse issues, child abuse, domestic violence, and all those things, so that we work together with the police, Ghana Education Service, the SRAJ, the court, and other people. Everybody, we are all coming together, immigration, exactly, so that we all put our efforts together to make sure that we deal with such issues in our communities. Certainly, you know, nobody tells the story of trafficking better than a survivor. Nobody. We can all say it, but you can't tell it better than a survivor. So a survivor goes to a community and tells, this is my story, this is me, I have been through this, I should have been here by now, but this is how it has delayed me, this is what has happened. And when they tell that story, it helps. What it also makes the community, it breaks the myth. Like, there are a lot of misconceptions about this thing, and when they are involved, it helps. And the community is gradually getting, because these are the people they know, gradually getting to own it and realize that, okay, this is something that we can end it. So I've heard some of their stories that some communities are actively getting involved, and that's a way to go. Once the communities own this, then government doesn't even need to come in. The communities would handle it themselves. I should commend IJM and then the GSN and for the work they are doing. What I would just do is that maybe they should replicate their efforts. They should do it more often, and then let's work together. Let's get involved, because there are places they can't go, we can help them. There are places they can also go, but at the same time they need our guidance. For instance, social welfare is the one that has been given the law, the legal backing to deal with issues like this and children. So I think that when we work together, we will achieve much. So I commend IGM and GSN for the work they are doing, and I think that we need to work more, because the perpetrators they are not resting, so we don't need to rest.